ओ नो, फिर से इतने सारे ईमेल्स, फिर से इतने सारे काम, इतने सारे एस्केलेशन, ये रह गया, वो छूट गया। आई डोंट नो कैसे मैनेज करूंगा। ऊपर से ट्रेनिंग भी है, ऊपर से बॉस का रिव्यू भी है, ऊपर से एचक्यू की कॉल भी है। हाउ विल आई मैनेज ऑल दिस? हेलो, डिड यू एवर वंडर, कुछ लोग उतने ही घंटे में दे डू फैंटास्टिक वर्क मैनेजमेंट एंड टाइम मैनेजमेंट, बट सम पीपल struggle a lot. Maybe you, maybe I, we also struggle a lot. How can we improve this? As you grow in corporate ladder, your job and your time is not your time. Somebody else is waiting for your time and they want to take it away. Now, how do you manage your time effectively? Let's talk about it. But oops, it is not the time which top managers manage. The successful managers manage their focus, not their time. So, when you want to manage your time, actually, you have to manage your focus because your focus makes the difference. Even if you are planned, let's say, something for a PowerPoint and you are making that presentation, but you are not focused there, then it doesn't matter. So, what top managers manage is they manage the focus. Now, you see here how a successful manager is managing his time and how an ordinary manager, a chaos manager, arajakta manager is managing his time. Actually, right hand side, this manager has no clue. Left hand side, the manager has clue what to do, how to do it. Have you seen some managers just take one morning meeting and take it for 1 hour and they hardly achieve anything? Some managers prepare well and take a morning meeting of just 5 minutes and do it very nice job. Some managers never go on joint field work, they never use their selling skills, and some managers do it daily. All this is in your hands. How do you control it? Let's talk about it. What we have to do is we have to move from chaos management to professional time and focus management. Moving from no agenda to definite agenda. Moving from time handling, me or I am handling time. Multitasking, you heard this word in corporates many times. My dear friends, humans are not made for multitasking. Science say we cannot focus on two tasks at once, driving and while talking on mobile. Most of the accidents are because of that. So how do you do that? You do it by focusing on one task at one time. That's the secret. You can see so many calls, so many things. How are you going to manage? How are you going to avoid distractions? So first thing first, avoid distractions. Avoid social media. Avoid gupshup. You don't have time for all this. You have plenty of time to put in more important tasks. So first of all, remove all distractions. One very critical aspect of managing your focus, your time, is you have a planned calendar. Most of the managers do not grow in their life further, in corporate life further, because they do not have any kind of an agenda of the day. They wait people to give them agenda. You don't do that. At least have the big task listed in your agenda. For example, building distribution, managing underperformers and new joiners, auditing communication, contest and drive. Yes, my friends, auditing is your one of the prime job. Minimum one-to-one review daily with underperformers or new joiners. Joint field work to coach people, demonstrate and observe. Make a to-do list. You have to start it from somewhere. I'll tell you what are top techniques which you can use, and depending on the task you have in hand, you can use them. So let's get into deep. Biological prime time. This is the time when you are most active. Morning or evening person, you know it yourself. Are you a morning person or evening person? If you are a morning person, do the most critical and strategical task in the morning. If you are an evening person, do it in evening. Because my friends, if you are completely fried in the evening and you're making your review presentation, then you will do plenty of mistakes. Don't do that. If you are fresh in the morning or fresh in the evening, then do your critical, creative and strategical tasks like preparing for review, preparing for a meeting or taking a review or giving a review at that time. This will help you. Deep work technique. Focus on one thing. Let's say today you decide I am going to focus on new joiners for half of the day. Then focus there. Focus on one thing can definitely give a lot of results. Opposite of deep work is what? Half work, shallow work, multitasking, work on many projects, distractions. Most of us operate out of this distractions, multitasking. This doesn't help, my friends. Focus on one thing, do most important task, and do only most important task. Two critical tasks cannot happen at one time. You know it. You are doing an open heart surgery and talking on phone cannot happen. Driving fast and doing WhatsApp cannot happen. Crossing road and talking on phone. Critical mistakes. You can lose life. Here, some framework we have put in for time wasters where you can put your time more and rather than avoiding the distractions. Coffee break. Low, but you see in the companies, many employees come and take 1 hour coffee break. What is the use? How these are the employees who later complain, I have to work for longer hours. Email checking. As per one of the survey, 40% of employees enter into the company premises and do not have any agenda. They remain waiting for their emails to give them agenda. Sales call, high priority item. It can give you direct result. Plan it, do it. Review PPT is again a high priority item. Plan it, do it. But if you are extending lunch, 2 hours lunch, not going to help you. So be clear. Two special techniques which many people use. Time blocking. Time blocking means I block 3 hours, let's say, and I'll finish a book. I'll block 1 hour and I'll finish my review PPT. I block 1 hour and I'll finish all my reviews. Time boxing. Time boxing means I will give only this much time to this work, whether the work gets finished or not. Let's say I will give 15 minutes to review PPT. PPT gets completed or not, but in 15 minutes I will stop. That's time boxing. Many of the political or busy people, political means prime ministers, presidents, and they give time boxing because time boxing makes sure they do not miss out on any kind of meetings, any kind of agenda because they have a lot of agendas on their plate. In my understanding, for sales, better to use time blocking. Oh, Pomodoro and Pomeranian. Pomodoro, work for 30 minutes, rest for 3 minutes. Very famous these days. Do it. Especially people who are working on desk job. Pomeranian, work for 3 minutes, break for 30 minutes. You can see around some people are like that. Just get rid of them very quickly, please, if you can, or teach them to get into Pomodoro. It is important for you yourself to rest, to refocus, to recharge, to re-energize. Remember, a dead battery cannot charge another dead battery. So it's important that you take enough breaks and enough recharge for yourself, but not extended ones. Checklist manifesto is very famous, but only few people make checklist. I'd use personally checklist manifesto and it helps me to finish my task during the day. Do that, it will help you. And checklist manifesto also tells that I have some kind of plan during my day. Maybe I will do it or not, I will achieve it or not, but I have a plan or a structure for my day. That's very critical. Now imagine Prime Minister of India. He might have 20 meetings. He might have to reply 40 phone calls. He might have to do, let's say, 170 emails. Now all this can be managed. How? Yes, he has many secretaries, but they will also need his reply, his decision on this. How do they manage it? They manage by managing their time, managing their focus. So do it. And this is very famous, urgent, important metrics. You might have heard about it. That one of the line I want to tell you, things which are not important but urgent, you can delegate. Things which are important and urgent, do it. Okay? Now, the one policy is not coming in or there is some problem with the payout. Is it important? Yes, but may not be urgent. Where are you needed most is urgent and important. But most of us are here only and we think crisis is our only job. My dear friends, first of all, define crisis. Is crisis is then when somebody is actually fallen in the floor and I have to take him to doctor? Yes, that's crisis. Crisis is not when somebody is saying, okay, give me a quotation, 2 days customer will take to answer. It's not crisis. Think about it and accordingly put your tasks like that. Now here is a question. Where will you put all these tasks? Recruitment, activation, premium, multiple line of business, learning about multiple line of business, because many of you now going to handle multiple line of business, review and communication. It is very critical that you understand what is most important during the day, and you can also have a theme day. Okay? In sales jobs, especially in insurance sales, every day is a login day. So login day, premium day, business day will always be there. So how do I manage it and how do I change it with urgent and important metrics, or toolbox technique, or time blocking technique, or Pomodoro technique, or prime time technique? That's up to me. Okay? Now one of the things which you can do, many of the time we have seen a sales manager is following on certain quotation, his boss is following on, his boss is following on, his boss is following on, and sometimes the entire hierarchy is following on a case. Recently it happened. Why is that so? Why can't we teach our team how to handle escalation, whom to escalate, and make sure they understand how to communicate? Once you do start this coaching, within a month, you can teach all your team how to handle escalations, and you will not be needed for this. You can focus on more important tasks. But many of the managers think this is their job to escalate. That's where the problem lies. Your job is not there. Your job is something else. So understand your job role very clearly. Let's summarize what we need to do. At least have an agenda of your day. Make a checklist. Right? What all is your priority? Everything is priority. That means there is no priority. Right? Make a plan of your day. Delegate chaos to team members. For that, you need to coach your team members how to handle the chaos. And say no to unproductive work. Tea break 4 times. Coffee break 5 times. Listening to music for 2 hours. Doing gossips, all this is time wasters. You are, my friend, are bound to get success if you can manage your time well. Remember, Ratan Tata, Mukesh Ambani, Bill Gates, or Mark Zuckerberg, or Prime Minister Modi, everybody has 24 hours, and so you and me. How do we manage it will make a difference that who will become who. Alright, we are sure that you are going to use those techniques and make sure that you have your focus at the right place and you're managing your time perfectly fine and will be a great manager very soon. All the very best. See you in the next video training.